Classroom Doc here. I'm not a doctor, but I play one in the classroom sometimes. I'm here today to talk to you about tattoos. Do you know what one is? How do you get one? Here's a model of the skin. Upper layer here is the epidermis. Lower layer down here is the dermis. The epidermis is very thick in the palms and soles of the feet, right there. Thinner everywhere else. Now the epidermis is the upper layer and it grows. It's cells, end to end, side to side, up and down, cells, cells, cells. You see this pink line here? That's where it grows from. They start there and they grow up and they push the cells up. As they push and they come up, right about here, this other little pink line is about where they die. They die and make keratin, which is a protein, a lot like this, pretty much the same kind of thing as on your nails and your hair, keratin. And that keratin protects us from scraping, especially on our hands and feet. See, it needs to be a lot thicker because we use our hands and feet to touch things and move things all day long. So that's the epidermis. Now down below here is the dermis. Got a lot going on down in the dermis. Epidermis is constantly renewing. The cells are constantly dividing. Dermis, not at all. What happens in the dermis stays in the dermis. The dermis gets made and the body says, that's it. I'm not touching it again. I've had it. And it stays there forever. This is why when you age, it starts to break down, starts to lose moisture, starts to wrinkle because the dermis down here is breaking down. Now, dermis has all kinds of stuff. It's got nerves, it's got glands, it's got hair roots, it's got blood vessels, okay? When you get a tattoo, the needle goes down into this part of the skin. And this is really tough. Kind of like it's what the leather is from animals. Okay, so animals have this too. And this is like makes up the leather in animals, to give you an idea what it's like. The needles go down in here, and that's why it bleeds. You're breaching these, and that's why it hurts. You're poking into these nerves, right? And it deposits the ink down in here. And because this never renews, because this always stays the same, the ink stays there, the tattoo stays there forever, all right? Now, the only time it does renew is during damage, which is like burns. 3rd degree burns damage way down deep. 2nd degree, first just the top, the epidermis. 2nd, epidermis is destroyed and getting some damage into the dermis. The dermis is all destroyed in 3rd degree. Okay, this is very serious. Now, what happens then is this has got to renew. And even if you get like a cut in here or something else that goes deep, sometimes they go deep way down in there, then it has to renew this dermis. It doesn't like doing that. I thought it was done with that. I gotta renew it. I don't know how to do that. And believe me, it doesn't. Your body doesn't know how to do that very well. This is why you get scarring, okay? So if this gets damaged, it scars. Damage, scars. Ink down in here for tattoos, that's why it stays forever. So what happens in the dermis stays in the dermis.